I hope you guys are ready for a scare, because we're reading a horror story today called Sonic.exe. Spoiler, it ain't scary, it's really bad. It's been deleted off Creepypasta, and I'm here with Michael, of course.
It's really hard to bear.
Yeah. And, he's going to read the first paragraph, so take it away.
I'm a total Sonic the Hedgehog fan, much like everybody else. I like the newer game style, but I don't mind playing those boxes classics. I don't think I've ever played a glitchy or hacked game before, because they don't have any boxes in them. Though I don't think I want to play any after the experience I had with Woody. Sonic on a nice summer afternoon.
It's terrifying.
Sonic Unleashed. I liked how you get to explore the town in it, until I noticed
the game shakes.
Shut up!
Okay.
Out of my peripheral vision, that the mailman had arrived and put something in my mailbox as usual and left.
Yeah, where else would he put it? Up his arse?
No. That's not where you put things.
You do.
I paused my game and went to see what was in the mail. The only thing in the mail was a box. That made me sad. Boxes were my one weakness. Oh wait, no. It was a CD case for computers. I don't know. I looked inside.
I looked at the note first and realised it was from my dear friend Kyle. Let's just call him that. I hadn't heard from him in 2 weeks. I know that because I recognised his handwriting. Though what was weird, it's how it looked. So you recognised how it looked, but then you said it's weird how it looked. What?
Sorry, do you recognise it or not?
Yeah, it looked badly written, like the story, and scratchy.
Like the story.
And somewhat difficult to read, like this story.
Like rainbows.
As if Kyle was having a hard time writing it down,
reading rainbows.
And did it in a hurry. This is what it wrote. This is what he wrote.
Tom, I can't take it anymore. I had to get rid of this thing somehow before it was too late. I was hoping you'd do it for me. I can't do it, he's after me. If you don't destroy the CD, he'll come after you too. He's too fast for me. Please, Tom, destroy the disc for sake and disc before he comes after you too. It's too late for me. Destroy the disc and you'll destroy him. But do it quick, otherwise he'll catch you. Don't even play the game. It's what he wants. Just destroy it. Please. Kyle.
Well, that was certainly weird. Even though Kyle is my best friend and I haven't seen him in 2 weeks. Yes, I know. Don't have to say that again.
It's like I didn't give a shit.
I didn't want he asked me. He asked me.
What?
I didn't think that a simple.
Do what he asked me.
I didn't do what he asked me, because that makes sense. I didn't think that a simple gaming disc would do anything bad to him. After all, it's just a game, right? Boy, was I wrong about that.
Anyway, I looked at the disc, and it looks like any ordinary computer CDR disc. Except it had a black marker on it, written
Sonic.exe!
Pardon me, and it was marked on Lord Kyle's handwriting, meaning that he must have forgotten it, somehow, by someone else. Like a pawn shop full of rainbows, eBay full of rainbows.
Stop reminding me of rainbows! I want to get out of my head.
When I saw
Sonic
on the writing of the CD, I was actually excited and wanted to play it, since I'm a big Sonic fan.
I went up to my room and turned on my computer and put the disc in and installed the game. When the title screen popped up, I noticed that it was the first Sonic game. I was like, awesome, dude! Because, like I said earlier, I liked the classic. When did you ever say you liked the classics? You said you were...
One sec.
Did he say that? I don't think he said that. I think he was playing Sonic Unleashed, which is one of the shittest Sonic games.
Fucking hell. He says, I like the newer games, but I don't mind playing the classics. So, excuse me.
Excuse me? Do you have split personality disorder?
I love the classics.
But I hate the classics. I like the new ones.
Now I love the new ones and hate the old ones and love the old ones.
Sonic 06 for life.
So I love my food, I love my wife. Now I don't. Now I love my car.
The first thing I noticed that was out of place was when I pressed start. There was a split second when I saw the title image turned into... Do you mean turn, not turned? Into something much different. Something that I now consider horrifying before cutting to black. So keep in mind this was a second and he managed to see all of this.
I remember what the image looked like. In that split second, before the game cut to black, the sky had darkened. The title emblem was rusted and ruined. The Sega 1991 was now replaced with Sega 666.
Well, how original. Numbers are scary.
I know, right? The water had turned red. Wow. Like blood. Or my alcohol. Except it looked hyper-realistic. Like my alcohol. Which I love to drink.
That'd make more sense, because hyper-realistic means it looks like you can touch it. That's what hyper-realistic means in images. But when it's a pixelated game, it doesn't look hyper-realistic.
It was flooding out of my TV.
I could taste the pixels.
Mmm.
But the freakiest thing that was in that split-second frame was Sonic. His eyes were pitch black and bleeding, with two glowing red dots staring right at me. And his smile had stretched wider up to the edge of his face. I was rather disturbed about that image when I saw it, though I figured that it was just a glitch and forgot about it. What kind of glitch makes it look that horrible? Oh yeah, I hate that common glitch in Spider-Man where you suddenly just kick a child's head off and they bleed everywhere. Well, that's not a glitch.
I love the glitch in Star Wars Battlefront 2 where dead bodies appear out of nowhere.
Yeah, and a stormtrooper gets sliced open. After it cut to black, it stayed like that for about 10 seconds. He got a stopwatch out. So also, and then another weird thing happened. This is so repetitive. That save file select from Sonic the Hedgehog 3 popped up, and I was like,
what the fuck? What's he doing in the first Sonic game? Damn.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's the weirdest thing in the game, not the horrible bloody image, no. What the heck is it doing here?
It's not making sense to me.
Anyway,
that's my one weakness.
Anyway, then I noticed something off. The background was the dark, cloudy sky of the bad Stardust Speedway level from Sonic CD, and there was only 3 save files. The music was that Creepy Caverns winter music from Earthbound. What? Only it was extended and seemed to have been in reverse. You know, because reverse music is terrifying. Red, red, red,
how could
red,
he tell
red,
what
red,
it is?
red. That's a good point, actually. How could he tell?
And how could he tell what game it's from? It's like, oh, I know that music is Sans' battle theme from Undertale.
And it was ear rape and reverse.
Yeah. That would be more scary though.
And the image for the save file were you see a preview of the level you're on is just red static for all 3 files. Scary. Red is scary. Colour red is terrifying.
No, it's not. It's romantic.
No, it's the colour of death.
It's the colour of love. Red roses.
Dead.
It's Sonic.exe, a fanfiction of love and dedication.
Sonic.xxx.
What freaked me out more was the character select. It showed only tails, knuckles, and Dr. Robotnikers.
No,
I was sure
Robotnik.
that something was coming up. No. I mean, how can you play as Dr. Robotnikers in a classic Sonic game?
What is this
Crying out
preposterity? What
really
he's complaining about? He's complaining about the most stupid things. It's like, say the Spider-Man thing again. You kick the child's head off and blood went everywhere. Spider-Man doesn't shoot green webs. What is this silly stuff? It's like, that's not the.
And when I realised that, oh my god, then that's when I realised that this game wasn't a glitch game. It was a hacked game.
John.
I want my refund.
What is this, Kyle? What is this bullshit? Yeah, it definitely looked hacked. It was really creepy. No, it wasn't. But as a smart gamer, I wasn't scared.
Just don't play, idiot.
As a smart gamer, I kept playing and was pointing at stupid things. Or at least I tried not to be. Oh yeah, because scary Sonic would terrify people. I told myself that it was just a hacked game, and there's nothing wrong with that. Anyways,
actually, I'm playing an illegal knockoff game.
Actually,
That's
I'm
why
playing.
You should be worried. You're going to get arrested for that. Sorry.
Shaking off the creeped out feeling, I picked file 1 and chose Tails, and when I selected and got started, then game froze for about 5 seconds, and I heard a creepy, pixelated laugh that sounded.
Sorry, but that's pixels. How do you hear a pixelated laugh? Did it just appear on the screen?
It could be an 8-bit laugh. That'd make more sense, but no.
No, he's actually writing on the screen. It's like ha, 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 ha. It's on the screen.
Yes, there's pixels and sound.
No, it just wrote it down.
Yeah.
On the
that sounded an awful lot like the Kefka guy from Final Fantasy. Before cutting to black. If you want to know,
how did you know what that was? How do you know? How did you tell the difference? Okay.
He's a smart gamer.
But he's not smart enough to just take his word of his friend, break a disc, or just not be bothered to play it if it was hacked.
He's a smart gamer.
Obviously.
Yes.
I never had a doubt of my mind I was dealing with a smart gamer or an intellectual.
Yes.
The screen stayed black for about 10 seconds.
Stop counting the sound.
When it showed the typical level of title thing. Because I'm such a smart gamer, I can't bloody remember.
I can't remember it.
Except the simplistic shapes. The text showed only
Hill
1.
Act 1.
The screen faded in, and I felt really sexy.
That's not part of the story.
Vanished, revealing Tails in the Green Hill Zone from Sonic 1. The music was different and sexy, though. I liked it.
What?
It sounded like a peaceful melody in reverse.
Stop changing the story.
It was red. Anyway, I started playing and had Tails start running, like you would in any of your classic Sonic games, Charlie. Do you play
gotta go fast.
games? Sorry, what? What was odd was that as Tails was running along the level, there was nothing but flat ground and a few trees for 5 minutes.
Why did you keep playing? You ran in a straight line. I'm a smart gamer.
That was when peaceful, sexy music started to get sexier and lower.
Boom, 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 boom.
Very slowly and sexy as I kept going.
I suddenly saw something and I stopped to see what it was. It was one of the small animals lying dead on the ground, bleeding.
That was when the sexy music started to slow down.
Boom, 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 boom. Tails had a shocked and saddened look on his face. How could you tell? They're so pixelated, those games, you wouldn't be able to tell. than I never saw him have before. So I had him move along, and he kept that worried look on his face as he kept moving. I saw more dead animals as Tails moved past them, looking more and more worried as the music lowers and he moves past more dead animals. Not repetitive at all. I was shocked to see how they all died.
Wow.
They looked somebody killed them in rather gruesome ways. A squirrel was hanged on a tree with what appeared to be his entrails hanging out. A bunny had all 4 of his limbs torn off, and a duck had his eyes gouged out and his throat slit. I felt sick. I felt sick to my stomach. Well, it's just pixels. Oh, that's too violent.
This is just a sissy. This is just a sissy Sherlock Holmes. How the hell is he doing this? Actually, he was murdered like this, and I know it's
analysing everything in the game.
He has a dick, even though he doesn't. Ducks don't do that.
Ducks don't have penises.
I know. How can he tell? And the bunny, even though it's just a tiny pixel, I can see it's got all 4 of its limbs torn off. Not 3, not 2, it's 4.
4.
And that's totally a squirrel, and it's a red squirrel, and it's female, and it was pregnant, and it was hanging from a tree. I knew.
When I saw this massacre, and apparently so did Tails. After a few more seconds, apparently so did Tails. Oh, has Tails always been known for being blind in the series? The way you say it, it says, "Oh, how did he see the blood and violence?" It's not like he was there. There were no more animals, and the music seemed to have stopped. I still kept Tails continue. I still kept Tails to continue. Okay, alright. This is so shit.
After a minute had passed, after the sexy music stopped, Tails was running up a hill, and then he stopped. It wasn't until I saw why. Sonic was on the other side of the screen, with his back against Tails, with his eyes closed.
Wait, back against? Don't you mean back facing Tails? Because if it was against, it means he's literally touching him. But he's not. He's just, oh my god, story.
Tails looked happy to see Sonic. Romantic music started playing. Obviously, noticing that Sonic wasn't responding to him and his suggestions of getting into bed together. If
Did suck his thumb up his arse.
As if he was yeah, okay. Both of his tails. If not acting as if he was totally oblivious of Tails' presence. Tails walked slowly towards Sonic, and I noticed that I wasn't even moving my keyboard to make him move.
I wasn't moving the keyboard around the table. Don't you mean pressing? Don't you mean pressing the keyboard, like not moving the? Oh my Jesus Christ! Suddenly, I began to have a growing feel of dread as Tails walked closer to Sonic to get his attention. I felt that Tails was in danger and something bad was going to happen. I heard faint static growing louder as Tails was but inches away from Sonic and stopped and stuck his hand out to touch him. That foreboding feeling in my gut. Why are you so scared? I'm a smart gamer, but Sonic terrifies me.
Even though I'm a die-hard Sonic fan.
Was much like everyone else.
Yeah.
Was growing stronger, and I felt the urge to tell Tails to get away from him. Yeah, 'cause he'll hear you, Sonic, as the static grew louder.
Suddenly, in a split second, I saw Sonic's eyes open, and they were black. Those red glowing gorgeous dots.
Oh, scary.
Just like the title image. Though, of course, that wasn't a smile. and that happened. The screen turned black and static sound was off.
It stayed black for about 7 seconds, and then white text appeared, forming a message saying,
Hello? Do you wanna play with me?
"Oh, Sonic is French. They are afraid of me, monsieur."
monsieur.
The most
At
least
this
threatening
point,
accent.
right.
I don't understand.